In this video, I want to talk about Rust macros and how I refactored one of my small crates. And this procedural macro, what it does is eliminates boilerplate code when you need to write a JSON converter for actix view models. And what I mean by that is, let's see on a small test case. This is a view model and implements my procedural macro. And what it allows me to write, I can now write an actix handler that directly returns that struct. As you can see, if you write some handler like this, when you do Rust compile, it shouldn't complain. And what it does, this handler will return a result type of data type application JSON. And why does it return application JSON? That's because we implemented the actix responder. And the body of this function in the JSON responder is this. So when I receive a value of type whatever the structure type is, because I pull it from the metadata here, set the JSON does its string identification to JSON string, and response, actix response, is applied content type of type application JSON. By default, procedural macros are dirty. And what I mean by dirty is that they are affected by external imports and variable names. So you have to be really careful what you use in this body here. And I recommend using the fully qualified imports just to be safe. My previous version of this macro was slightly different, and I moved to code. So let's see how it looked like. So previously, before I knew about this crate, I had to write a raw string. Here I do a replacement, so I pulled the name of the struct. So what it does, this derive, it just generates code. If I didn't have this small procedural macro, I'd have to write implementation of responder for every struct I'd like to return in a handler response. And this right example looks a little bit cleaner to me. So it will do the same thing as on the left side, but I don't need to do replacements. I can just use aliases, so everything that's defined here can be accessed here. And on the left side, I had to cast to string before I replaced the generic implementation string. Code crate turns syntax tree into tokens of source code. And when you want to define a macro, you have to point that this crate is a procedural macro.